Hello, family. How's everybody doing today? I'm on the inside today, family. It is rough out there today, but hey, family, I have a lot of subjects I want to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about this right here. I want to talk about, of course, y'all already know, I heard some info about the Hen family that we need to talk about. Then I want to touch on Mahogany because something came to my attention about Mahogany's case. So I want to talk about that as well. And then I saw an update on Ahmaud Arbery. Really? That update? Wow. Okay, and then we'll talk about this gentleman right up here at the top right there. So we got a lot to talk about, family. Please get your tea, please get your coffee, get everything ready, get the bumper cars out. Oh, because the bumper cars going to be riding today. But in the meantime, y'all, I'm going to let y'all enjoy that scenery right quick. Let me get my pen and everything together. I got it. Okay, family, check this out. Of course, y'all already know what we got to do for the ones in the back. And I just read it out so y'all could look at the water. But that water is rough today, family. It really is. Towards the end of the video, I go out there on the balcony and let y'all see it. But I'm just trying to figure out why is every time I come home to relax, the weather be bad. All the Knowledge family who has been with us for a long time now, they always know that when I come home, I be around the water and I do show them the waves and everything like that. And it's just about every time I do, the waves are rough and there's double flags. You can't get in the water. Can't get in the water. We can get in the pools and things like that, but you can't get in the water because of the weather, okay? But I could travel all year long, family. And when I get back home, it's about like this all the time. What's really going on? Anyway, family, this is a copyright disclaimer. This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Acts in 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All rights and credits go directly to its rightful owner. This video is purely for fair use, opinion, and entertainment. Because get the bumper cars out. Enjoy. Get the bumper cars out. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to all our new subscribers. It's so greatly appreciated. Thank you to all our subscribers, old subscribers. Y'all been hanging in there with the old lady. Y'all already know. I do stuff like old school way, okay? So I just appreciate y'all hanging in there with me because I do this channel. I do stuff the old school way because this is old school knowledge, old school tea, okay? And that's what we do over here. We kick knowledge. So anyway, let's start off with this young man right here, family. Yeah, let's start off with this one. I was shocked. I just wanted to bring this to some people's attention because we do talk about this often. But y'all will see it says, Texas man arrested after police find girl who has been missing for 8 days. Okay. This CNN had reported on this, and I wanted to get to this, and I didn't never get to it like I wanted to. But anyway, it says a Texas man has been arrested and charged in connection with the disappearance of a Houston area minor under age 13 who was missing for 8 days before being found safe. The girl went missing on February 22nd from her home near Houston. Police issued an Amber Alert on Wednesday saying they believe she might have been, you know that word right there, family. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? They actually said that they feel like she was, you know, hand around or trying to hand her around to different places, okay? That word right down there. And that's so sad that someone would even do that. Then they said, here, family, after they found her safe, the police obtained new information which made them believe she might have been taken and used for bad purposes. Yeah, I know what that thing is. A police spokesman said. Okay, police also shared the girl may have been on a social media app called Tag, but did not provide further details on what role the child possibly present on the site may have played a role in that. So let me tell y'all, family. Y'all remember when we talked about that app Tag when old chick in Florida, you remember when her boyfriend tried to put her deletion on a man in a yellow Penske truck? We talked about that. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, go back to our previous videos. You'll see we have a yellow truck up there with a man and his girlfriend and things like that. But she met that guy in the Penske truck on Tag. But he didn't do anything to her, but her boyfriend did, okay? But I noticed that this Tag keep coming up. And then you remember, family, we did another story that came out of Memphis that the girl got in the car with a guy, and then he said, oh, I dropped her off and she got in the car with such and such. And then when they asked such and such, he said, oh, well, you know, I dropped her off around this time and she got in another car with such and such. And they all said in that incident that she was meeting those guys on Tag and on another site. So this Tag keeps coming up, and we do need to talk about this with our loved ones, females, males, all of them, because we're just not getting good vibes when it comes to this. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. I know people are using that to communicate and things like that and try out dates or things like that. But we really do need to focus on being careful on these sites like this, okay? And then y'all will see where it says the girl was found unharmed 73 miles from Houston in Columbus, Texas. Police said Friday she was taken to Texas Children's Hospital for evaluation. CNN has reached out to the FBI Houston for more information. So we really do have to stay alert on this. And if y'all see right here, it says the child was one of around 460,000 children who go missing in the United States annually, according to the Department of Justice. This is sad, family. This is sad. It's really sad, family. You know what I'm saying? It is so sad. And let me just say this, because check your minors, check your children, check your teens, all that. Check their phones and everything for this app called Tag, because actually it's not made for children. It's not made for teenagers. So be on the lookout for this Tag, because they say a lot of children are sneaking on this app. They have this app downloaded in their phones. And a lot of them are coming up missing, fooling with this app because they're not even of age. And you have to think about it, the stories that we have done, people who are of age are still, something is happening to them from going on these different apps, grabbing dates and things like that. Okay, meeting people. So stay woke, family, with your children. We do need to cut that 460,000 of our kids go missing annually. Family, that's alarming. That is alarming. 460,000 of our kids are missing annually. There it go right there. There it go right there. The child who was one of around 460,000 children who go missing in the United States annually. Not every 2 years, every 3 years. They're saying annually. Wow. Wow. So family, please stay woke. Please stay woke. Talk to your children. Talk to your teens. Be aware of this. And we have to stay on top of things ourselves. You know, just because we're getting older and our kids are in college or some of our kids are in preschool, school, or whatever, we still have to stay focused and on top of things that is happening out here. Because if you don't know, you will be blind to it, and then your child will be doing something behind your back and you have no idea what a tag is. Because tag sounds like a game. If you think about it, it sounds like a hide-go-seek game. What we used to play back in the day. Tag, you it. Tag, hide-go-seek, tag. Let's play tag, y'all. So it really does sound like it's a game. But it's not. They labeled it tag. Any kid that would probably run across it would be thinking it most likely is a game, and it's not. And then they meeting these demonic people on these sites, you know? So pay close attention to your people, family, please, 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 because it's sad. So I want to go to the next one because you also have to pay attention. Oh yeah, let me say this right here, because this is some more that they said about the girl who was missing. It says in a post Facebook, Columbus police said they were advised Friday afternoon the missing girl was possibly within their city limits. Wow. Columbus police attempted to detain Sartron Princeton, 27, of Houston, Texas, in reference to having possession of the missing juvenile, the Post said. Preston attempted to flee police custody but was captured and arrested, authorities said. He was charged with invading and taken to the Colorado County Detention Facility. Further charges are pending further investigation by the FBI, according to police. Very sad. So he was captured somewhere in Columbus. So he took her from Houston, and then they found her like 20-something miles away from Houston. And then they find him in the Colorado County area. And then they detains him. How sickening and trifling. You know what I'm saying? How this here old mud-wallin' grasshopper decides he gonna take a child underage and try to have her work in that tea field we talked about, where they take them and have them do terrible things. Wow. Wow. Oh, Lord. Let's talk about this gutter trash, family. Nothing but gutter trash right here. This one right here, family, we got to pay more attention to things like this, because this right here, this gutter trash done messed around there and acting like she give rides to tourists in New Orleans, okay? So, as y'all see, it says, women accused of robbing New Orleans tourists after offering ride to the hotel. So, family, we got to be aware of this, too, because like we said, this is going into vacation time. We're going into the summertime, and people are traveling a lot. And sometimes, when you travel and then you in the city, in the downtown area of the city, and you want to go and want to splurge and have a good time, and then someone pulls up and act like they give rides for a living. But actually, when you get in their car, they'll either take you and do something with you and you'll never be seen again, or either they'll rob you. Or rob you and you never be seen again. Either or. But that's what she did. She did that. So please pay close attention to people claiming they give taxi rides. And they don't have any type of taxi car. They don't have any type of credentials to show that they are actually, working for rideshare, Lyft, Uber, or something like that. We have to be on point with that. And I can see that happening because I reside in some tourist cities. And so people do, it's just like here. You don't know how many times I, just go shopping and I go walk to the beach and things like that. And the tourists, it's a lot of tourists here. And they always say, hey, can you tell me where this is? Or, hey, can you give me directions to this, place here? I think I'm kind of lost and things like that. But you have to watch out for when people say, hey, they sitting on the outside of an airport. And they know that the planes are going to come in and all that. And then you come out there with your bags and they say, hey, you need a ride? I can take you exactly where you need to go. Oh, yeah, because they lined up with the rest of the taxis or because they lined up with everybody else. Oh, I'll give you a discount off your ride. You don't even have to worry about it. Come on, jump in the car. Yeah, I do this all the time. I just do this for some spare money. No, family. We got to watch that type of things. Make sure y'all are getting in the car with people who have credentials to drive. Make sure that they're taking you in the right spot. For real. Make sure they have an ID tag for whatever they say they do. And if they give out rides, make sure they have something that shows that they're registered with that state to do that. Because this is sad. That couple that got into this lady here car said that she was cool. She was like, hey, y'all need a ride? I do rides around, and I give good discounts and good deals. And they say, yeah. And they jumped in there, told her what hotel they was residing at. And, hey, could you take us there to that hotel? She was like, sure. Then she robbed them. Oh, backyard gutter trash. Yeah. So y'all got to be real careful with these backyard Barbies and Kens coming up to y'all trying to sell y'all a ride. And you also got to be careful with the backyard Barbies and Kens with these apps. These dating apps and things like that. Unbelievable. So pay attention to that, family, while y'all are traveling or going to visit family in other states and things like that. Pay close attention to people saying, I'm an independent driver. Oh, I give taxi rides. Oh, I do this for extra money. I give you a discount off your ride. I make extra money just driving passengers around town. Don't fall for it, family. It stinks to high sky. Yes, it do. And they do have Uber apps, rideshare apps and things, and they notify you and say, hey, your ride is coming. This the color of it. This the tag of it. This is the person's name. All that stuff. So do it the correct way. Don't just go hopping in nobody's car thinking they getting ready to take you where you need to go. And then you wind up somewhere in the woods or something, messed up. Or robbed, messed up. Because she robbed this family and they said she took everything. How trifling. How trifling. Yeah, this here backyard Barbie, gutter trash. New Orleans, robbing the tourists. Let's talk about Ahmaud Arbery. Let's talk about this update I seen about him. Now, everybody know, if you don't know who Ahmaud Arbery was, on February 23rd, 2020, Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man, was deleted doing a racially motivated hate crime while jogging. Okay, now his deleters has asked for an appeal. They said that they want to appeal because they was charged for the race hate crime. And they said that they don't want to be charged for that because they didn't delete him because of his race. So they are pushing for an appeal for that. So that's what I wanted to talk about. These are the three men that followed him in a truck, followed Mr. Arbery in a truck, and just ran him down until they caught up with him. And they said that they thought he was breaking in the house. He was not breaking in no house. The surveillance cameras show he was looking around. Now it was a house under construction, and he kind of looked around and, looking at the construction site, but he didn't take anything from that construction site that the house was up under. It was up under remodeling. And he just started back jogging. Well, these three men decided they was going to hunt him down, follow him, and run him off the road with their trucks and stuff, and then jump out and start attacking Mr. Arbery. And then they deleted him. So they say they want to appeal because that was not a hate crime. They just did it because they thought he was a burglar, and they don't like the fact that they have life without parole. Okay, so you'll see that Mr. Arbery's deleters asked a U.S. appeal court to overturn their hate crime. What? Why else did you do what you did? Everything that we heard in the trial points directly to a hate crime. Yes, it does. And you have to remind you that when people was following the court proceedings that they was having on Ahmaud Arbery's case, you heard that they have Facebook posts that's not in favor of black people. So they always had this type of feeling of ill will towards dark skin. And when they ran into Mr. Arbery, they displayed that exact behavior of not liking dark skin. And they got convicted of it. But now they are saying they want to appeal and they want that overturned. Now, they do say that, this is a father and son right here. This is the father and this is his son. And this is a man who joined them to delete Mr. Arbery. Okay? But now they do say, I seen an update a while back that said that the father is now in a medical facility penitentiary. So they do have a penitentiary that deals with sickness and, if you have medical problems. So that's where he is doing his time. He has went to the medical facility. Something went wrong with him after they did the ruling. And I guess that whatever it was too big of an issue to handle in the regular prison. So they sent him to the medical prison that they have. Wow. Okay, so, but they do want to appeal. And I thought everybody should know that. They've been making kind of a big issue about that they want to be appealed. Okay? So you'll see that it says Ahmaud Arbery. Those are him, whatever. They have, the father and the son have life without parole. Okay? Who pulled the trigger? The son pulled the trigger. And then they said Greg have no chance for parole. Greg is the father, and he is the one that is in that medical facility now. A federal hate crime trial remains in a case widely seen as racially motivated. Okay, so I just wanted y'all to see that right there. Then I just want to talk about because I just feel like this about those men. They haven't been able to go hunting. They haven't been able to go fishing, and it's just eating them up. See, those the kind that like to go hunting and like to go fishing and all that, and they tired of sitting in that 2x4 jail cell. That's all that is, okay? It don't have nothing to do with, oh, I wouldn't know, y'all trying to get up out of there. That's exactly what it is. But see, that's why I tell people to think before they do things like this. Think very hard. Think that you won't be able to go hunting anymore. Think about that you won't be able to go fishing anymore. Think about you won't be able to go clubbing anymore. Think about you won't be able to be around your loved ones anymore. Think real hard before you go picking a confrontation with somebody. And then delete them for no reason. You have to think about that kind of stuff. And now that you're in that pickle, now you want to appeal. And the appeals are not always granted, you know. But my thing is, they followed Mr. Arbery to delete him. And we need them to follow that verdict of guilty. Life with no parole. It was all good when they was following him. It was all good when they was saying racial slurs. It was all good when they was beating them. It was all good when they pulled out their little shotgun and went to going ham on Mr. Arbery. It was all good then. See, Mr. Arbery got a life sentence. They gave Mr. Arbery a life sentence that was very unjustified. So I feel, why y'all complaining about your life sentence? That is justified. Wow. 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 That's sad. You know? So we'll stay on top of that. I don't know if they're going to get granted that appeal or not, family. I really don't know. Really don't care. But I do care, but I'm talking about don't care if they don't get an appeal. But we'll keep following up on that because they are really fighting hard to try to get an appeal. Then you got Fani Willis. Look at him, Fani. She is fighting to stay on the case of Trump. Trump lawyers put in that appeal. They want her up out of there. They said, hey, if Nathan had to step down, she should have stepped down. And they were saying that the judge did say some things when he was making his ruling that shows that Fani didn't really act in the way she should have acted. But the thing is, he let her stay on the case as long as Wade stepped off the case. Okay, but what Trump lawyers are saying, and they put in an appeal. No. We feel like not only do Mr. Wade need to go, she needs to go. She needs to be removed as well. So Fani is fighting still in court to talk to the appeals court to make sure she can stay on the case and not be removed from the case. So it's just a big thing that she's still going through a lot. So even though the judge allowed her to stay on the case, Trump lawyers put in that appeal. They have been in appeals court. And they have been saying some things. And they want Fani removed from their case. And they not backing down. So she's really pushing to stay on the case. As you see, it says Fani Willis filed motion wants disqualification ruling to stand. Okay? She wants it to stand. She said she gonna keep on working on this case. She don't care how mad they get or how much they want her removed, but she did ask the appeal court don't grant Trump and them their request to keep her on that case. She deserves to be on that case. That's what she says, okay? So you'll see it says Fani Willis pushes back on latest Trump effort to remove her from prosecuting Georgia election, okay? Supervision case. So now, not only is she fighting that family, one of Trump's co-defendants is threatening legal action against Fani over allegedly recording his phone calls. That's what he said. He says she's been recording his phone calls, and he wants to take legal action about it. So now they just study piling stuff on to Fani Willis. And then it says Trump co-defendants threatens that legal action. And he says that a co-defendant in Georgia election interference case against former President Trump is threatening legal action against Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis if she does not recuse herself from this case. So he's saying, I won't sue you if you remove yourself from this case. But if you don't remove yourself from this case, I'm going to take legal actions about you recording my phone calls, and you wasn't authorized to do so. So what he's saying is that Fani Willis was recording his phone calls while he was in Maryland. Okay, and he's saying that according to Maryland rules, Fani shouldn't have done that. Okay, so it says that Harrison Floyd claims that Willis' office illegally recorded a phone call with his attorney in an unrelated criminal case in Maryland. And he also said that her and her office may have violated the Maryland Wiretap Act, okay, which requires both parties to agree to be recorded doing an in-person or telephone communication. So he's saying that she broke the rules because he have evidence that she did record him. Her and her office was wiretapping his phone, and he believes it's against the Maryland Wiretapping Act. So they are on Fani Willis about that as well. Wow. Let's talk about Mahogany. Family, I really want to talk about this right here. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I want y'all to check out something because there's some things on here that I kind of wanted to go back and check out, family. But let's talk about some of these details that I saw, and I was like, wow, this is a savage Birmingham 8, and I can't wait until they have their grand jury trial. Wow. Because, family, I wanted y'all to see what they say here. It says that her body was found in the early mornings, okay? But it says under 2 mattresses and bleeding on a rock at an illegal dump site. That what got me right there, okay? Is up under 2 mattresses. And then she was bleeding on a rock. Are you serious right now? Savage Birmingham 8. Are you serious right now? And this right here, family. This right here. This was the detective talking. And he said at this point she had been, out. They had forced all her clothes off, handcuffed, and they placed her in the car. They was, doing all kind of terrible things to her. But this is what got me, family, right here. It says, Dwell and Harris were in the car, according to testimonies. The autopsy revealed Jackson passed from a pow wound to the back of, the head, according to witness statements. Harris reportedly pow Jackson. Harris' attorney argues there is no physical evidence tying Harris to firing the pow. Okay? It says multiple defense attorneys cross-examined Green, revealing multiple videos are still being processed. Okay? So his lawyer, Harris, is saying, nope, it's no evidence that he did it. This is Harris. Now remember, at the beginning they were saying Jeremiah did it. Okay? But now they're saying Harris did it. Okay? And then you notice that they say according to witnesses. So when they say, how do the witnesses know unless the witnesses was there? So the ones who was actually there, who took her off somewhere, which was the men that took her off, most likely is the one that told on Harris. Yeah. No evidence. And I want to show y'all about that too, family, because with him saying it was no evidence at this point that Harris did the pow, check out this right here too. I wanted y'all to see this. This was another key detail that I know the grand jury most likely is going to bring a lot of charges back. Just because of what we just read about is some witnesses that said Harris did the pow. Not only that, family, but all of them is going to get it, because you will see right here, it says during the hearing, the detective, he was showing screenshots from cell phone videos taken by several of the defendants. Okay? The prosecution went image by image, allowing Birmingham Police Department case agent Detective Mark Green to explain what was happening in the picture. So each picture that he showed them, he was explaining to them what Demon Birmingham 8 were doing to Mahogany. Okay? Now, this is the one that really got me, family. The state asked Green whether Jackson was ever free to leave at any point during these videos. He responded, no, she was not. At one point, Green, the detective, said, he explained, one of the defendants struck Jackson in the head repeatedly with a baseball, family. See, that right there, we had went back over because we was looking for some more updates, and we do be back and forth and everything through Alabama, and we just wanted to go through it a little bit more, and that baseball part was shocking. That they not only did, we heard about them doing the kicks and the stomps and the beats and all that, and the R word to her and having her with no clothes on like they did Shanquilla, and like Capo 6 did Shanquilla. And we heard all of that. But nobody is really mentioning about the detective said at one point they used a baseball. What? Struck Jackson in the head repeatedly with a baseball they found on the ground nearby. So that's why I said, family, when it comes to that grand jury, they not squeezing out of that at all. Not at all. You remember I said the residents of Alabama, they are not even worried about this case going to grand jury because they already know the grand jury is most likely going to bring back a lot of cases against this 8. And they're going to have to go to a full-blown hardcore courtroom and do a trial. because this was so horrendous and disrespectful. Yeah. And then they took her to the apartment and did the R word to her. Wow. So after they repeatedly hit her with the baseball, then they say, okay, let's take her over here and do the R word. What? That grand jury gonna have a field day with this demon Birmingham 8. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I want y'all to check out something else, family. Because it says a witness with details. Check out. A witness with details of, critical information. They are telling a lot. Telling a lot. And then another hearing was held last Wednesday. That's for the other girl there. But they had also said that they had guns. All of them had guns. I wanted to see if I could find that, the video perpetration. That might be in the other one I just left. But hold on, family. Green said no point was she able to leave. They hit her with it. But they do say in one article that all of them had guns pointed at Mahogany. There you go, right there. Multiple suspects were seen in the video holding guns and pointing them at Jackson. So, see, that's why I said all of them going to most likely have charges back, because they wasn't expecting for witnesses to come forward and witnesses to have surveillance, in their videotapes. And then some of the defendants, they got footage from their phones as well. And it shows, but see, at the time that they went to that preliminary hearing, the detectives and them didn't have all the facts all together, so that's why they was asking for a grand jury. For the grand jury to decide when they have it, to decide if this thing should go to a big trial or not. All of them. And most likely those charges will be brought back, because we just saw how they said that they jumped on her, they just kicked her, they did everything so horrifically to Mahogany. And then to hear that they put her up under 2 mattresses. And then to hear that they said a lot of the defendants was pointing guns at her. Come on now. Multiple suspects were seen in the video holding pow-pows and pointing them at Jackson. So you are attempting to delete someone when you point something at someone. You have the intent to do some harm to them. So that's why I said rather whoever did the pow-pow, even with the other ones who had these weapons, was intimidating her like that and had intent to do something to her, everybody most likely is going to go down, and everybody most likely are going to get some charges brought back up on them, because we said that was unbelievable. So I just wanted to talk about that, and then I wanted to show y'all this, family. Then I'm going to get right on the hen. For real, I'm going to get on that hen so quick, fast, and in a hurry. But, family, check this out. California has a new law now. Glad to hear that. And I just wanted to bring that to people's attention, that new California law 2024, Ebony Alert, aims to find missing black children, young women. Wow. So they came out with a new law now, and the law went into effect January the 1st, 2024. The Ebony Alert system for missing black children and young black women goes into effect. So I'm glad that they did that. We just need more states to follow up behind that right there. But I thought that people should know that the state of California has put out a new law for 2024, and it's called the Ebony Alert system. So that's what they're going to be doing now. It's called Ebony Alert Law. So this is what I want to talk about right here, family. But first, before I get into the hen, before I get into this hen right here, family, please tell me about this right here. No, first, hold on, family. Let me go back to this right here. I heard that Tiffany, see, she wasn't popular then. With all her mess didn't come out the bag until after this. But I heard, Tiffany, you came to Alabama trying to walk across that Edmund Pettus Bridge. They said Tiffany was in Alabama, family, a while back, but this was before all the controversy started. And she went to Alabama and walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. No, you didn't. Are you serious right now? See, Alabama is my stomping ground. Knowledge, family, I already know that right there. I just know this backyard mud wildin' hen did not go to Alabama and march across a bridge that our ancestors fought so hard to come out of being suppressed. And the very person, Tiffany Henyard, that called herself walking along the Edmund Pettus Bridge or whatever, is the same person who is suppressing our people over there in Dolphin. Are you serious right now? See, I have a lot of pool and stuff over there in Alabama. Yes, I do, sister. And like I said, that's one of the states I reside in. You best to be glad we didn't know all that stuff then. Oh, no, because see, we're going to try to see if we can get in contact with Governor Arbery because, see, we don't like for people to come in the state of Alabama who are suppressing the people and then try to hold a microphone talking to the people after they have suppressed the people so badly, so harshly. How do you walk across the Edmund Pettus Bridge or meet some leaders over in that area, allegedly, because they said you went over there, and I seen this article, it just said that she purchased a room in Alabama, and then so that means she was getting ready to attend that little event and all that, and it said Tiffany Henyard. She did a TikTok video about going across that Edmund Pettus Bridge, evidently. But look at you, mud wildin' hen. Don't you ever disrespect the ancestors like that. See, if you're going to suppress the people over there in Dolphin, don't go walking across the very same bridge that their ancestors helped come out of depression and suppressed. Come on now. Was you that disrespectful? Because, see, you was doing what you're doing now then. It just didn't come out to the spotlight. It just didn't come out to the world yet. But you was doing all that trifling behavior then, and you had the nerve to buy a ticket and go to Alabama, our stomping ground? Oh, no. And see, matter of fact, I have to do something. I have a big engagement going on that I was invited to in Montgomery, Alabama. And we're going to see if we talk to Governor Arbery, because one thing Alabama, the state of Alabama, don't need is for anybody who is suppressing people so badly to come in that state and call they self talking to the people when they are so corrupt behavior themselves. No. Not at all. Because, see, now we're not saying that don't come visit Alabama. Yeah, you come enjoy the nice life. of Alabama. What we're saying is don't you go trying to talk to the people and walk across that Edmonds Pettis Bridge and all that after you are doing the people in Dothan just like the people did our people back in the day when they were marching across that bridge. You suppressing them. You stopping them from getting business license. You stopping them from their civil rights. You are suppressing them when they speak the truth. You are locking the city halls. All that stuff sounds very familiar of what our ancestors had to go through back in the day to get to where we are. And you walked across that very same bridge after and doing the same exact thing to your own people in Dalton. How disrespectful and trifling. I can't even believe that mud while in here and did that. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? But what Alabama don't need is anybody who has a lot of corrupt behavior behind them start coming in, holding a microphone and hugging on people and talking on people, and they are very tainted themselves. We don't need we don't need you bringing that to Alabama. So now, if they run you out of Dothan, don't even think about coming here. We don't don't even think about trying to come here, trying to run for nothing. No, don't go to Alabama with all that right there. I'm gonna make sure that I get the word out and write the Governor Arbery and the senators and everybody else, because it's okay if a person is okay. But if you have this type of dog history of bullying the citizens, terrorizing the citizens, taking from the citizens, the behavior is full of corruption. Why grab a microphone in other people's states trying to act like you all the shit and you're not? So you was hiding a wolf in sheep clothing. Because a lot of people didn't know back then. But we know now. We know now. And I can tell you right now, Alabama don't tolerate that type of behavior. You wouldn't do nothing but come and start trouble. And about started trouble then a little bit. It was just undercover. So you spent your taxpayers' dollars to go to Alabama and walk across the Pettis Bridge, allegedly. But that bridge have a lot of history behind it that people were suppressed and they fought their way out of it. But the very same person who suppressed people spent the taxpayers' dollars knowing they suppressed people to ride and drive or fly to the state of Alabama and walk across the bridge where our ancestors were suppressed, and she walked across the bridge while suppressing a whole city. Unbelievable. Wow. 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 That's why I say, man, this woman is dangerous. She really is. She really is. But I know that all the leaders in Alabama will know about this because, the things that's going on. Alabama don't need people coming into the city doing speeches and holding conferences and things like that after they have suppressed or while they are still hasn't changed their ways. It's different if a person changed their ways and say, hey, I used to be like this and I've changed my ways, and it's proof that they changed their ways. But for somebody to be full of evil and disrespect and suppress a whole city, harass a whole city, all over the news about the trifling behavior. It's no way that person should be speaking at major events. Not where I pay my tax dollars at, So I can only just write my state leaders and make sure that they are aware of people like this coming in. And it's actually like it tanks and it's a distraction to our state. It makes it look like we support people like that, and we don't. No, we don't. So anyway, let's talk about this right here. I just wanted to show that she had spent that $1 million. They say. It says, Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, unbearable. Look, spending out of control. $1 million on cop overtime. Thousands for unapproved ice skate rink and constant parties and traveling. Why is they doing all these constant parties and traveling? See, that's what I'm saying right there. See, the hen can pay her goons $1 million in overtime pay, but won't pay for extra outside police help from neighboring cities to protect the city of Dalton when they have those board meetings, like the one on April 1st. See, they didn't want to do that. Then the one on April the 8th, people were saying they didn't even see a cop car in sight to protect the city at all. At all. Why is that? Lacey told the public and the citizens and the world, this is what he said, we had credible threats. So any outbursts, we would have to shut it down. Any claps, we would have to shut it down. If all of what Lacey said is true, why didn't the mud-walling hen invest in paying neighboring officers to come in and help protect the city during that meeting? That clearly says that somebody told a tale somewhere. Because if you can pay your officers $1 million altogether, Super Mayor, right here, $1 million on cops overtime, thousands for unapproved ice skate rink and constant parties. But see, that's what I'm saying. When she have a chance to do something right, she don't. Because Lacey clearly stood up there and said, we've been having credible threats. Then they wrote some type of statement to the news media about, due to the outside people coming in and we've been having credible threats. That's why the city hall is locked and all this. No. We're not buying that. Why not take that $1 million? Obviously, y'all got it because you spent $1 million hen on cops overtime. What's wrong with splitting that money with neighboring police officers to come in and help you protect your city? That way you can open up the city hall and all that stuff for the people to come in and pay their bills and take care of business that they normally take care of every day. But see, that's too much like right. Mm-hmm. And why is this backyard Barbie having so many parties? That's what we want to know, Tiffany. Why are you having so many parties? I'm going to tell y'all what I suspect. Look at here. This was one Halloween. Tiffany dressed up like the popcorn girl, okay? She dressed up like the popcorn girl. She got popcorn crown on her head with popcorn going down here. And then in the chest part, the boobs, she had popcorn all over that area, family. Are you serious right now? What kind of Halloween outfit was that? It's giving call girl. That's exactly what it was giving. Why is the mayor got on this type of outfit? And why are y'all partying so much? Because it's clearly say right here, y'all doing constant parties. Is that why you was dressed up like the popcorn girl over there, you and your homeboy throwing parties and carrying on, and you dressed up like the popcorn lady? It's giving popcorn call girl. That's what it's giving. Don't get mad at me. You the one with the outfit on, okay? I'm just telling you what it's giving. Okay? Why is this backyard Barbie dressed up like a popcorn? It's giving backyard Barbie popcorn street walking. That's what it's giving. I'm sorry. It's giving Las Vegas gig dancer. Are you a Las Vegas gig dancer? First of all, is that why y'all went down there to Las Vegas to do a gig? Because that's all that costume hollers. It hollers Las Vegas gig dancers. Y'all know the ones that be doing the dances and doing shows on the show and all that. Yeah, popcorn dancer. Is that why y'all went to Vegas? I'm just asking. It's just a question. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just asking a question. Were you gigging down there in Vegas? Did you have a dance gig set up? That's what that popcorn suit giving? I'm just asking. That's why y'all took that trip to Vegas. Because you do work different jobs now. You know, they say you the supervisor of the Township Hall, and then you are the mayor of Dothan, so you do hold 2 jobs. So is this your 3rd job dancing in Vegas? Is that why y'all went to Vegas? Because that's all that popcorn suit is giving. Slap Vegas dancer. That's what it's giving. That's what the picture's giving. I'm just asking. Don't get mad at me. You the one got put on that popcorn outfit for Halloween and it just didn't go. It is giving showgirl outfit. I'm sorry. Y'all can get mad at me. This outfit is giving showgirl. Showgirl. That's why y'all went to Vegas. I just want somebody to answer that question. You and your goons. Is that why y'all went to Vegas? Did you throw some type of party gig? Because they say that y'all love to throw parties, constant parties. Did y'all go down there and constant party and you had a gig set up and you was dressed up like a popcorn girl? Now, they say that was a Halloween outfit, but I'm just telling you what the outfit is giving. It is giving call girl, show girl. That's what it's giving. I'm sorry. You get mad at me if you want to. You shouldn't put that on. I'm just giving you what it is. You know, it's just like people put on costumes and they want you to guess who it looked like. Oh, that's a Batman costume. They'll put on another costume. You say, oh, that's a Superman costume. I'm telling you now, that's a showgirl costume. I'm sorry. And then by me being reminded of the showgirl costume, that's why I asked. Is that why you and your mud wildin' friend went to Vegas? Did y'all throw a party down there? Because something went stank down there, according to a lawsuit they just dropped. Did you put on a show when you went down there to Vegas, you and your goons? I'm just asking, because they saying some weird stuff was happening in Vegas. Yes. They say some weird stuff was happening in Vegas and they come back with a lawsuit. So I'm just asking, according to the lawsuit that was dropped on you and your homeboy, it's some weird stuff was going down there in Vegas. And I tell you right now, that showgirl outfit right there you got on for Halloween or whatever, did you take that suit to you over there in Vegas? Did you take that suit to Vegas? That's what we want to know. It's giving the Rockettes dancers too. It's giving Radio City Music Hall. That's what that outfit is giving. I'm sorry, family. That's what it's giving. Tiffany tried to outsmart what is his name? That Attorney General. That's what it was, family. She tried to outsmart the Attorney General down there. I'm going to show y'all that too. But I still want to know what went on down there in Vegas. Because something wasn't right. They said some weird stuff happened in Vegas. Yes, they did. And we just want to know what the real scoop is. Because y'all ain't saying that. The lawsuit just dropped. It's telling everything. Everybody waiting to see what y'all gonna say. And still ain't said nothing. But then this here outfit pops up with you dressed up a Halloween looking like a showgirl. I'm sorry. Anyway, right here it says Tiffany and her charity. And She said it was a charity. Then she changed it and said it wasn't her charity. Now she trying to swindle out of it. Nah, that ain't my charity. All the while, she was telling people to donate to the charity, okay? So now you'll see right here, it says, after months of silence, Tiffany don't really want to claim the charity, but she really did say that was her charity. So remember, the Attorney General wanted those papers. Well, y'all know what Tiffany did, family. Tiffany and her team send the man half the stuff, not all the stuff, trying to play on the Attorney General intelligence. And they said, we want all of it. Here it go right here. A representative of Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation wrote on the charity's registration statement filed by the Illinois Attorney General that the organization only raised $13,000 in the first few months of existence. Okay. Also, WGN Investigates has reported the Thornton Township Board, which is controlled by Henyard, transferred $10,000 to the foundation days after it was created. So once Tiffany created her little charity event, they said that the place she supervised at quickly got $10,000 from that Thornton Township. Did they really put that in her thing, or did Tiffany do it? But anyway, but use their money. We just asking. Then it says that's in addition to the $10,248 charged to the Township credit card for hotels, along with routes of Tiffany Henyard Care Walk from Dalton. So not only did Tiffany throw a check over there from the city to her charity event, she also spent up about $10,000 of those folks' money on hotels for a walk drive she said she was having. Boy, and it says they investigators and show people on Henyard's government payroll receive out-of-town taxpayer funds, stipends, while participating in the walk to Springfield. Ooh. However, since the foundation failed to file tax documents with the Attorney General's office, including a Form 990, which details revenue, expenditures, and income. So they are not filling this stuff out correctly. And the Attorney General is waiting on it. He's been waiting on it, and he's asked for everything from 2022, and everything is remaining unclear. And the 990 provides all the necessary information about that nonprofit. So if it's not filed, then she's most likely going to be in a lot of trouble. But the thing is, it's just like they said. When the organization fails to file legally required paperwork, that's a red flag. So the Attorney General asked Tiffany to hand over financial statements, documents, all that stuff about this charity she opened, and they want her to fill out that 990 form and all that. Well, they sent the Attorney General not everything the Attorney General needed. See, Tiffany tried to play on the Attorney General top. Like the Attorney General don't know what's going on. They gonna send some stuff, but not all the stuff. Really? The hen tried to play on the Attorney General's top. Tiffany pushing herself towards that jail cell quicker by playing with that Attorney General intelligence. I'm telling you, because he then gave her to March 28th to hand over papers, and they said that haven't been done yet either. At all. And this is what Tiffany said while she trying to say it wasn't her charity. This is what she said to the people. Following the investigation, Henyard's charity and his close ties to people she employs in the two governments she runs. Henyard claims in an interview that she has no involvement with the organization. Someone made up the foundation. That's what she said. But then there are videos of her saying this. It says, you're not aware of any work they have done, money they have raised, or anything. They just talking about that. But this is what Tiffany said about her organization after she gonna tell everybody. She said, I just want people to know. This is Tiffany Henyard. CARES Foundation is here, and we will help anybody in need. Henyard is heard saying in one video, there's no foundation in the state of Illinois moving like we're moving and shaking like we're doing. Henyard claimed in a video, Thornton and Thornton Township social media page has also heavily reported and promoted the alleged charity for the hen. So, when she says she's not involved in it, there are videos with her saying out her own mouth, it is hers. So that's why the Attorney General wants all that paperwork. And as you see, the Illinois Attorney General has ordered the Tiffany Henyard CARES Foundation to stop soliciting money and provide tax filings, foundation leadership, and other records by March 28th. So now she had until March 28th. It was like the 15th at first. Now it was the 28th, and the 28th has came and gone, and no word or update that she has given that Attorney General the requested paperwork. She hasn't given it to the Attorney General. She hasn't given it to the Trustees Board. She hasn't given it to anybody. She's holding them hostages. Why are you holding those papers up? And then she told us she had all the proof on her TikTok video. But that clearly showed how much she's a pathological liar. Because she has not produced any paperwork. Not at the time she was supposed to. So if you had it, you would have been gave it to that man by March 28th. He would have had it. He would have had it way. He wouldn't even have to ask for it. It would have automatically been done. That 990 form would have been done the correct way each year. But for some reason, things are not being done and they're hiding. Why is that? Why is that? So that's what I'm talking about right there, family. You know? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. That is messed up. That is really messed up. So that's all I had about the hen, but we still trying to figure out about that popcorn soup. We still trying to figure out, did you have a gig down there in Vegas? Read why you got on that popcorn suit. I know they said the popcorn suit was for Halloween. That ain't what I'm saying. They wear Halloween outfits down there in Vegas. They wear Halloween outfits like that on Broadway in New York at the Radio Music City Hall for them dancers too. That's all we just asking, because they said they was the one that said you throw constant parties. That's what is in the article, so don't get mad at me. I'm just asking what kind of constant parties are they? Are they gig parties? What type of parties they are? Because I know one thing, they saying that some type of party down there in Vegas went real sour and stanky. So that's why we asked you and your homeboy over there on the right-hand side. Y'all just got that new lawsuit dropped on y'all. Why is nobody answering that? Why isn't the Batman Save a lot. Andrew Holmes answering any questions. Oh, my lawyer said I can't answer any questions. Wow. So that's all I got to say about that, family. I will talk to y'all next go round. I really will. Oh, I did say that I was gonna let y'all see some of the hear the water. See it, family? I don't know if y'all can hear it, but those are the double flags. Double flags are right over there, right there. That's the red double flag. So that's why nobody is in the water. I know you see some people walking. See if I can bring it a little bit closer. But I know you see some people walking. The sun is trying to come out now a little bit, but you can hear how rough the waters are. Let me see if I can bring it up closer. See, they rough, family. That's when we call it mad. We call it when the waves are mad. Because they have some big tides coming in. Yeah, so I'll be talking to y'all real soon, but it is so windy. I don't know if y'all can hear it, family, but it is so windy out here. It really is. You have a couple of people on the beach. Not many. See that couple there walking. But it's not many people out. Anyway, all right, family. See y'all later. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from your goals and success. Bye-bye.